We're live from the Apollo. Look at Fred resting his head. Nope, he stopped.
Yeah, because you pointed it out.
Oh, look at Fred resting his head on the shoulder. Oh, wow, we scared that one viewer away. That sucked. Anyway, doesn't Zoe...
Oh, no.
You gotta be joking me. Okay, Zoe's gonna have to go out and...
Jess.
Wait, what happened? Did it stop?
Yeah,
Hi,
it does
Jess.
this. We're having electrical issues again.
Again. You want to know why? Because Zizo's doing the laundro.
Can you hear it?
You're gonna have to stop the washer, babe.
Okay, I'll be back. I've just walked past.
Yeah, she wasn't showing you her jubs, guys. She was showing you her shirt. Am I right? Yeah. So, as soon as my gorgeous wife comes back here,
Glamorous assistant.
Glamorous assistant.
That's Fred. We all
Yeah.
know that's Fred.
Jubs. LOL. That's a new one for me. Her jubs.
Jubblies. It's not for me, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Jess.
There's all sorts of words.
My
But
granddad used to call his little stash of jelly beans that he used to have around the house jubs.
I haven't had jubs in forever. Seriously. I used to get jubs all the time. Zoe used to make sure I had jubs. No, not so much.
Why haven't you had any?
I don't know. Why haven't you given me any jubs?
Why haven't you got any jubs?
I
You
don't
were
know.
obsessed with it. He's talking about jelly beans now, Jess.
Yeah, jelly beans.
So, it's the usual here in the old homestead. Hi, Fred.
Just so you guys know, the Earth Bag update, we are on course 7.
Can't see.
Yeah, you can't see. There you go.
Oh.
And it's very nice out today. I think we might get some done later.
Yeah.
And I have been told by the person with the meteorology degree, aka my mom, that it's going to be 60 all week with no rain in sight.
That's what I told you. How come your mom's the expert all of a sudden?
Well, my mom thinks she's an expert, but last time you told me there was no rain, 30 minutes later it started raining. After I said, it looks like rain. It's not going to rain.
It had 0% chance of precipitation.
Pitter patter is what the top of the trailer said.
Why are you licking
the
me?
pitter
What's
pat.
going on? I know.
Because you taste like jubs.
Hi.
But yeah, so that's a thing. So we're kind of kicking ass on it. And I decided...
We're very slowly kicking ass, but we're kicking ass.
Yeah, but you know what? It all goes back to we're not going anywhere. It could take us as long as it needs to take us. Like, we don't need to be in the hospital.
No, that's true. We've had a couple of very depressing days, haven't we?
Yes, I have been having existential crises.
Really bad. But
not really bad, but
I was fine about it, and I was like, "Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be fine." And talked you round a bit, didn't I? And we were all right. And then I've gone down like a sack of taters now. Yeah,
I'm actually feeling better, and she's actually she wasn't even that happy watching Strictly. It's okay, Jess. Jess says, those are the worst. Sorry, guys. Yeah, they suck. They're pretty bad. But
there have been a couple of really bad days. Yesterday was not good.
But we talked.
Yeah,
I've been trying to
talk about stuff.
But I've been trying to keep a lot of it to myself because I don't even know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I was sitting there going, I don't think this is like a midlife crisis because I'm not wanting to buy a new car or bang 20-year-olds.
So that was a relief for me.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing. I don't feel like that.
I don't think that's like you have to do that.
Well, no, I don't think there's like a checklist of midlife crisis. Let's do this. Let's do that. Let's do this.
I don't think.
But I don't think that's what I'm feeling, because I've been feeling like I've been having a midlife crisis since I was 30.
Yeah, I know.
You know, like, and the 20-year-olds. There's Mark. Mark knows all. He probably wrote that finishing my sentence. Oh, midlife crisis, banging 20-year-olds.
No,
he's like, Zoe, if you need to talk about this,
said that's a relief to me. And he put, and the 20-year-olds. I know what you mean.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. I thought he was gonna, zing. I thought he was gonna say, oh, Zoe, I'll have Deb call you. She'll talk you through this. It'll be okay. Yeah, no. So, but I don't think that's what it is. I think I'm just, I don't know. We don't need to bang on about that right now.
I don't know. It's good to talk about it, but
it is.
It's just like, I think we just go through phases of it, because things are like, my biggest problem is my parents. Like, I'm really freaking out because I want them. Like, I don't want them to have a 5-star hotel. Look at his face. I don't want them to have a 5-star hotel.
Because everywhere we've ever lived, like 6 months before your parents come out, you start freaking out, going, oh my God, my parents are coming. I don't want them to be miserable.
I know,
they're not going to be miserable. They just want to spend time with you.
I know. They're not like that at all. They don't judge anything.
If I put a hammock and a tent out there, as much as your dad might bitch a little bit, he would be so happy. And he'd be like, where's the wine?
He would.
He'd be fine.
As long as we have his snacks.
Yeah.
And his wine.
His jib-jubs.
No, he has these little fatty snacks. It's like he has a gin and tonic around about 5-6 o'clock every day without fail.
The sun's over the long arm, yard arm.
Sun's over the yard arm, I believe. Gin and tonics every morning. We're like, okay.
We're like, yep.
Yes, please. And he gets like, he has like a little plate with some salami on and some olives. And he slices a carrot up so it's not super unhealthy. And some chips. Either, what are they, sour cream and onion, or just ready salted?
Yeah. Sometimes lightly salted.
Lightly salted. He doesn't go crazy.
Yeah. He doesn't go crazy, but he has a goddamn buffet on a plate.
He
does. Pitted olives. All sorts of stuff.
Like him already. I know, right? You get on with him like a house on fire, Mark. And he's like, and he just sits there and he's like, but he's already said to us, like, he mentions it every time we talk to him. Have you considered the deck area yet? Have you? Like, I think really it would be better if you had like a walkout deck area.
I swear to God, they're going to come out here and I'm going to go, oh, are you guys here to help us build an earth bag house?
Well, I was thinking
a deck. And I'm like,
exactly
a what?
He's
like, let's go to Home Depot. Well, no, let's.
I think we should.
I think we can put a deck together really quick here.
Minutes, and it'll be like, I just think we should walk out onto a seated area. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Looking at the view with a little glass of wine. That would be really nice.
Yeah, that's
he said that since the minute we got the land.
The first time we came out here, he came out, he pissed on a bush and said,
I don't know.
I like this place.
Did he pee on
Yeah.
it? Oh my God.
Because me, you, and your mom were walking up there looking at like some
caterpillar
coming out.
Was he going,
yeah.
Oh, yes, that's a view. He does that. Wow, look at that view over there.
Yeah. But what are you going to do? You know?
He did that though. That was it. You're right. The first time we came out and he actually walked around and plotted where the RV should go.
Yeah.
So that the view from the deck while he's having his glass of wine.
In fact, I think he peed on the property before I did.
Wow.
Not 100% on that, because I peed on a lot of properties that we looked at just because I had to go to the bathroom. What you gonna do? You know?
I think
Fred peed on the property.
Well, Fred's allowed to. That's his job.
I can tell you another story, but I won't. It's gross.
What's he say?
Have pith helmet for him.
We should totally do that. I don't know what he's going to do, though. He's like, he wants to help and do stuff, and he's really useful with things. Like, he's handy. But he's like in his 70s now. Like,
and he just kind of does stuff. Like, he'll have it like in his head. He's like, this is what we're going to do. Or he'll draw a picture, and then he'll just start doing it.
And I'll be like, I don't know if we want... No. I think that's what we should do. But I'm not sure about that, Dad. Like, really, we should get like a bedroom built. No, I think probably the outdoor deck is what we should focus on.
And honestly...
and he's freaking out that it's going to be too sunny in April, which he might be right.
It was beautiful in April when they were here before, so it's fine.
Yeah,
because
okay.
When we bought the land, like right after we bought it, they came out, and they were out here looking at it when it was just nothing, and they loved it. He's younger than Donahue. Yep. I think anyone who was born after Caesar is younger than Donahue.
No, but the point is, would you have Donahue coming out building? That's the question mark.
No.
That's a bad example.
Yeah, because Steve wouldn't do it.
No, he'd be like...
He'd be like, where's the topless teenagers? He's like, don't you have a college near here? What's wrong with you people? He's already said... He already said, like moving off grid is like the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Yeah. So like, yeah. So anyway, but one of the cool things that we wanted to show you guys was these awesome Black Star Homestead shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't you see? This is Crom from right there. It even says Crom. So I know that all of you guys are Christmas shopping and stuff.
That's a fab thing.
Oh, yeah. And you could even get it on a goddamn mug. Or a sticker.
Wow.
Yeah. Or a phone case. I don't actually know what I put it on. I don't know. There's like 4 things. We have them. If anyone cares, I'll put a link somewhere.
The Crom one, you can't see it as clearly, but you can when you're looking at it.
You can't see it unless you're looking at it?
Well, no, it's like when I'm looking at it on there, it's darker, but when I'm looking at it this way, you can.
Yeah.
It's subtle. Subtle Crom design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of a design there. We need to do one with Fred. Biting a bee. He's like, what?
He looked over his shoulder.
What with me? Yeah, no. Babe.
What?
Babe.
Oh, there's a fly on my...
The flies have been gone for like weeks.
And the minute the sun's come out.
Sun's out. Back. Sun's out, flies out.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, so existential crisis kind of dealt with. Do you think?
Yeah, should I get into it a little bit? I mean, what the fuck else are we going to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Crom is a subtle god. Yeah, especially if you don't draw attention to yourself. So you have to make sure that you keep that on the DL. But I've been feeling very crap when it comes to writing lately. And I know this isn't the channel to talk about this, but this is what's been going on with our life this week. Basically, I don't really have like a place to write. Like I have been either sitting on an ottoman in front of the cooker or sitting here. I haven't really been able to go outside and do any writing because the weather's been awful. But since I've been wanting to write but haven't been writing, it's been giving me a lot of time to think about what I've been writing. And oh wait, Jess said same to the 20-year-olds. We'll come back to that. And basically, I've been feeling like when I first started writing, it was therapeutic. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. Since I've been doing self-publishing authoring stuff and putting books on Amazon, I've noticed that everything I write, like I'm trying to like focus on the Amazon bots, like the also bots and the ways that Amazon tricks people into buying your books and stuff like that. And everything I've been writing has been, I've been trying to pull little tidbits of this and that into what I'm writing. And it's making me feel like I'm not writing for me anymore. And I'm just writing to trick an algorithm. And it's making me feel quite shit. And that was like kind of like the epitome of my, not breakdown, but just like, does this make sense?
Yeah, but I think a lot of people are feeling like that, and it's stupid. It's you need to be thinking about what you want to write about.
Yeah.
And everything else will just have to fall into place. You can't do it. I'm sure some people can do it.
Well, no, there's tons of people that can do it.
But I don't think you as a person can do it. It's like you feel like you're, I don't know, letting yourself down or something, or you know what I mean?
It's just, like it's not as fun
selling out.
Yeah, it's just not as fun as it used to be. And if it's not fun, then it's not worth doing.
And also, my point was that, like, we're in the middle of trying to build a house in an RV with no, like you mentioned, there's no room, there's no comfort, there's certainly no peace and quiet. You know,
but my brain don't stop.
I know, and I understand that, but you
can't stop the brain.
You need to remember that, like, this isn't the perfect conditions for being able to be original, coming out with original ideas.
But honestly, and that was another thing. I felt like I was just like mimicking.
I'm just gonna go and spin my blankie while.
Can you hand me one of them? She's gonna spin a blankie.
I'm washing my bedding.
She's washing her
bedding.
So
excited.
She's very excited. Apparently lately her bedding has been smelling like wet dog because she lets the dogs up in bed with her after they've been outside in the rain. What are you gonna do? So anyway, so that was my crisis, and now her crisis is, I think, because I had a crisis and we haven't been, like, we only got 2 rows up on the Earth Bag house this week, but the weather hasn't been great. So, and then the other thing too, we don't know exactly what the rules are with this, and there is information out there, but there's not a ton of information out there. But after it rains, we don't know if we should do another course of bags on top, because if the bag that we're tamping a bag down on top of is soaked, if that means that stability wise that's going to be bad as we're building up higher and higher. So I don't want to risk it and go and do a bag on top of a bag that's soaking wet. And I'd rather just wait for it to dry out a bit and then go through. So because of that, everything's taking a little bit longer. And Zoe is pretty certain that her parents are going to get here in April and there's not going to be anything built, even though that's months away. So, what's your crisis now? Then you're just going to have to hang it up. Her blankie won't fit in the spinner. You know, it's a problem that everybody has. But yeah, so anyway, so while Zoe's figuring that out,
nothing to figure out. I can't do it.
Okay. I won't even make a Sound of Music reference onto that.
No,
yeah, I won't. But anyway, so that's what's going on.
Like you said.
I'm not going to recap everything I just said.
Oh.
I was basically just talking about the bags and when the bags get wet, I don't know if we should build on them and all that other stuff. So anyway, that's what's going on here. So what's going on with you guys? What's happening? Oh, and then the other thing was we weren't sure if we wanted to even do this today because we've been feeling kind of down. But honestly, every time we do this, I feel so much better afterwards. Like after talking to you guys for a little
Always
bit,
do.
we always feel better. So it's like one of those things where it's like
We don't want to depress everybody.
yeah, we don't definitely. We don't want to depress everybody, but after we talk here and you guys are in the chat and we go back and forth a bit, it's like it rejuvenates us. So I'm not saying that we're using you guys, I'm not trying to be like weird like that, but you guys just don't have any idea how much this little crap means to us.
Yeah, it really does.
It really, really does. We look forward to these chats. Oh, Mark. If I was there, I would squeeze your cheek and just go like this.
We do, though. It's really weird. It's like, I don't know. Like, it's been very, I don't know. It's not lonely because we like the peace and quiet of it, don't we?
Yeah.
No matter how bad we feel about stuff, sitting outside at nighttime and everything, we've said that from the start, it just makes you think, oh my gosh. And just looking out the window.
Even today, when we were out there for like 2 minutes, I was like, it's freaking beautiful here.
I know.
Like, this is gorgeous. And the last couple nights, because the moon's getting fuller, when the moon's full out here, the whole landscape turns silver. It just like lights up like you're on the goddamn moon or something like that. And really you could see for miles in every direction, and it's just awesome.
The sense of space is amazing, isn't it? It just makes you feel.
Do you have a telescope? Are you flirting with me, sir? No, we don't.
We should.
Yeah,
I would love
because you could see everything anyway. We might as well get like a little iPhone clip to it, so we could like
take pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like look up and do streams like that. Yep, I knew he was hitting on me.
Seriously, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like again, my dad is all into that kind of stuff, and he has telescopes and stuff, so he might be able to.
He's not going to bring a telescope, is he? He might actually.
Yeah, if he can.
I'm sure he can. You just have to pay for the baggage, whatever.
I'd love him
the
to.
Baggage extortion. Yeah. Because I'm sure it's a ridiculous amount. Like the last flights I've taken, I've tried to fit everything in a bag this big that I could just like put above my head. Yeah. Because like I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna give you $80 to move a suitcase around or whatever it is. Fred, I need you to just stop jumping around.
What's that say?
Binoculars work great. Yeah, we have like 2 pairs of binoculars.
Yeah, we do.
We should actually use those.
He has a telescope and things, just like a small one, not like a proper astronomy
Is that a ladybug on the screen?
No, it's one of those little flat ones, little stink bugs. I think.
Hey, you guys want to know what Zoe's kill count is? She stepped on a giant stink bug yesterday. Smashed it.
I smashed it.
She was very upset.
Bad.
I was chatting away, but turns out Google had signed me out and nothing went through. Well, we'll just put them in here and we'll try to figure out what part of the conversation they went into.
Just the fact that you were trying, Jess, that's what matters.
Yeah, Google's weird.
Oh! Was a bird trying to get in again?
No, it just grabbed that bug.
Oh, did it? Wow.
That was the craziest thing I've ever seen. There was this bug that I thought was a ladybug crawling up the screen. I have no idea. A bird just bounced on the screen and grabbed it and flew off. Whew.
Oh, that's the excitement for today. Ah!
Who needs HBO when you have crap like that going? Holy crap.
Oh, man.
Wow, that was pretty awesome.
I don't know how we're going to live up to that.
Your very own private nature documentary. Yep.
It's true. It's really weird. I love it, though. I just potter around looking at stuff. We have these little What were the ones that you found? What were they called? The ones that had the yellow pollen all over them?
Oh, the blister
Blister
beetles. They're like green with big bulbous thoraxes, covered in pollen or whatever, like yellow pollen. They were here when we first got here and then disappeared.
But we have got these really cute. Did you put that in one of the videos? The little hairy ones. They're a kind of blister beetle as well, but they're like furry.
Yeah.
They're like little fuzzy. Oh my god, they're adorable.
Yeah.
And they're stomping around all over the place.
But they're all
I keep freaking out.
Seasonal.
I'm gonna stand on them.
Because after we had the big blister beetles, we had blue.
Yeah, we haven't seen blue.
We haven't seen blue in months.
No.
And then blue was gone, and then the little furry dude showed up.
Yeah.
And then once the furries are gone, maybe that's when the green ones come back.
Maybe.
But the black stink bugs, the ones that are kind of big and walk with their butts up in the air,
yeah,
they've been around forever.
Yeah, they've been around the whole time.
They don't go nowhere.
Yeah, I smashed one yesterday.
And it's funny because they look like those little plastic rings you used to get out of egg machines that were like a spider ring or whatever. They look plastic.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
Shiny black. But I saw it as well, and I was like, "Uh-oh, better be careful." And then forgot and stomped on it, and I felt awful. But at least it didn't stink me.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
I fell in a couple holes.
I'm freaking out about my blankie, guys.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go bring it out real quick? Like you grab an end and I grab an end and we just keep twisting until we meet in the middle, like Lady and the Tramp, and start kissing. No? You don't want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
When I was in Jordan, we had to do our pants like that.
What were you all kissing?
Yeah, me and all the dudes. No, I would grab a pant leg and they would grab a pant leg and we would just like twist them until like we were like right next to each other and we tried to pull and all the water comes out. Don't do it, Zoe.
I know, right? That's a recipe for disaster.
It's a recipe for spaghetti. But yeah.
Oh God.
So that's all good. But yeah.
But we'll have to do that then. I didn't realize, but we can totally do that.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Because it's not wool either. It's like the acrylic yarn, which sounds gross, but it's really useful because it dries quicker, isn't it? So
I was saying I fell in a hole like 3 times.
Sorry, get back to the important chat. Seriously fell in a hole every day. I'm just wondering about doing something. What? Oh, just fell in a hole.
Well, because like the sand is different now because of the rain.
Yeah.
And we've been digging around where the shed is to fill the bags. So now we have like these big giant fucking holes in the ground. And I keep thinking that like I'm on stable ground and then the sand just disappears and I fall. And yesterday, Zoe wasn't there to help me or protect me. And I was walking and I thought I was fine. And I slowly started falling into a hole right next to the fence. So I reached up to the wire fence and grabbed it. But the fence is like just a wire fence. And so the fence started coming down with me really slowly. And I was like, oh.
I didn't see this. I would have probably recorded it.
Yeah, it was.
And I probably would have had time to fumble around and get my camera going by the time we actually fell.
Fred even looked at me like, oh, you're pathetic.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah. So, I don't know. So, yesterday I was trying to fill the holes in from another hole, a new hole that we're making that's going to be the next dome we do. And I think we're okay.
Guys.
Yeah, because we started panicking that we were digging a hole too close to the shed and that as we get up higher that the ground might give way underneath the shed because we've been digging so close to it.
I know we're going to die.
So we got scared. So Just been putting a little bit of dirt in, filling holes. Now we know how to trap Matt. Yeah. you could trap me and any other type of Sasquatch with a loose dirt hole with a wire fence around it that's not really attached to anything.
Uh-oh. The wind's picking up.
Is the bathroom thing shut?
I don't think so.
Well, that might want to get shut.
Want me to
do it? I'll do it. Why are you getting up? I just said I would do it.
It's okay.
I don't think Lady and the Tramp has any problems like this.
It's shut, man.
All right. Well, relax a little bit. I just asked you.
I don't know, do I?
Yeah. So now we're going to play tug of war with a wet blanket, I guess. So.
Of course you will.
Yeah. Not with my gammy shoulder.
Oh my God, seriously. I've told him he has to go to the doctor. That's the next thing.
On tomorrow, I'm calling the doctor to get my new primary care physician. And I'm going to try to see if I could get in this week to get looked at because I am taking the glucosamine. Did I say it right?
Nope.
Damn it. And
glucosamine
and the ridiculous amounts of ibuprofen, and it's still not working. In fact, last night I slept very poorly, I might add, to this conversation. How did you sleep?
Not great.
No?
No. What's that?
I think you had more
eyeliner.
Yeah.
Why do I bother?
Well, everything's fine until you start rubbing your face.
I forget I've got makeup on.
Hey, let me just do a big shout out here to bookstores, used bookstores. Do me a favor. Clean your books off of cat dander before you sell them to me. That's it. That's all I have to say about it.
You can add allergies to his list that he needs to talk to the doc about.
Yes, I am highly allergic to felines, although I used to have them as a child and didn't mind my eyes swelling up like sheep fannies.
You can't say that.
Why? What else would it be like? Like Rocky at the end of Rocky 2?
Yeah.
Okay. Sheep fannies. See, the funny thing is, in America, a fanny pack is a little bag you put around your waist and have it sit on
We call that a bum bag
on your butt.
In England.
Because a fanny in
is
England
a lady's part.
Is the front bits. I'm allergic to one of my cats, but not her sibling.
Wow.
Wow, how does that work?
Yeah, how does that work? Is one long-haired and one short-haired?
Is there different types of dander? Because somebody said, because I'm like, can I get a hairless cat? Would that make...
But it can be just the skin
It's
dander.
the dander.
It's not always.
Nope, both short-haired calico.
Wow, that's nuts.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Is calico like tortoiseshell? Is that the orange?
No, it's like orange, black, white.
Yeah, that's tortoiseshell cat.
What?
In England, we call those tortoiseshell. And traditionally, they're very feisty. Is that correct with you? We found, like, working at the vet, tortoiseshell cats had a higher percentage of feistiness. Tortoiseshell female. They're all female, I believe. It's a genetic thing.
There's got to be male calicos.
I might be wrong, but I have a feeling it's a genetic thing.
She might be wrong, which means she's wrong. May want to talk to Doc about midlife crisis. What, so they could warn the damn 20-year-olds?
Thank you, Mark. I've told him this.
Well, it's like empty nest syndrome, midlife crisis, gammy shoulder, like everything's falling to bits, but it's so beautiful here. And I'm not like super, do you think I'm super angry all the time? Like,
No, more hopeless at the minute.
How dare you?
That's how you feel. That's how I feel, but I'm more...
My Torty is feisty and tiny, but I think it's a Napoleon complex. Are any of your calicos male?
No. They are exclusively female, except under rare genetic conditions.
So you're wrong.
Because genetic determination of coat colours in calico cats is linked to the X chromosome. Calicos are nearly always female, with one colour linked to the maternal X chromosome and a second colour linked to the paternal X chromosome.
I heard nearly.
Thank you. I was right.
No.
I said that...
You said they're always female. That said nearly always female.
Well,
so you're wrong.
It's a rare, very rare oh, for God's sake. Somebody come and help me. Get a sports car and toupee.
A toupee for what part of me?
Oh, don't. Why are you looking down?
Because I just spilt my freaking beer.
A chest toupee.
Do you think I need a chest toupee?
Yes.
No. What, you think you're trying to make everyone think I'm like a hairless baby seal
under
my shirt? Now everyone's grossed out, babe. Good job.
So am I. Oh, dear. That's funny, though.
Oh, and Jess, the Matt Mix is coming on Monday.
Well done, Jess. I hope you're proud of yourself.
You are going to be rocking and rolling to the amazing mix that is the Matt Mix. Woo.
Thank you. Many apologies.
Oh, she doesn't mean it, Zoe.
I have to live the Matt Mix.
Yeah. She not only lives the Matt Mix and like hearing it here, but also in my karaoke skills with no background music throughout the day.
Yeah. The thing is, Jess, this isn't just the music he likes. This is the music he doesn't like. It's just stuff that gets stuck in his head. Like if he goes to the AM PM garage.
I come out singing Katy Perry or something, you know, and I'll sing it like
all day,
like 2 lines for like a day, maybe a day and a half, until I hear some other song.
Something else that knocks him off the...
Yeah. So, so it's songs I like and songs I hate, but they're all catchy. So, sup, John? How are you doing? As long as red wine isn't in it, I'm good. Yeah, that's like week 3. Because
so you've done it now. Just mentioning that, it's going to be on.
Well, it came up the other night because Fred was like trying to drink all your wine.
He does like a little finger dip of red wine.
He even likes a finger dip of whiskey.
He does. Why would a dog like that? Yeah. Why would anyone? Sorry, Mark.
Whiskey's good.
I'm not a fan.
Actually, I don't even like. I never would have drank that.
Sealed my own fate. Yes, you have.
I would never have drank that kind of whiskey. Like, that's like, if you're like most bars have that in their well. So if you're like, oh yeah, 7 and 7, because you're like broke ass, but you don't want a beer. But yeah, like I didn't mind it.
We're just losing all credibility.
Yeah. Whiskey sours were my drink back in the day. BITD. What? Did you put grenadine in it on top, or did you have a cherry on it? Let's see how classy Jess was. She doesn't even know which one's classy. She's got to guess. She's got to figure it out.
I think she'll know.
John will know. Mark will know. Will Jess know?
We're waiting in anticipation. What's going on with your wrist?
I was just checking the time, baby. Just checking the time. Neither. I'm not classy either way. Very safe answer, Jess.
Do you know what? The other night, I sent a picture of...
I like good whiskey. bad can be bad, though.
Oh,
Yep.
I just don't like it.
My rule has been, I used to be a super snob. Whiskey sour muddled with limes or lemons. Well, there you go.
Oh.
See, that would just give me acid reflux till, like, beyond kingdom come. Because sour mix is so acidic anyway. Like, are we going to get blown away here?
No.
Anyway, but now my rule is I just don't drink anything that comes out of a plastic bottle.
Oh, wow, that's a good one.
It is. You don't know how long that plastic bottle's been sitting there. It might have been in the sun.
What plastic bottles would we be drinking?
Like if you go to like, no, you don't drink out of the plastic bottle, but like if you go to the liquor section of the store, on the bottom shelf, there's like, oh, you get this big bottle of vodka for only like $10.
No.
But it's in
I'm
like a
way
squeezy, you don't add sour mix if you have real citrus. Oh, well, there you go. Oh, I see what you're talking about. Do you put a little Splenda in that, John? To sweeten that
John,
up?
I'm sorry. I can see him. I can see the disgust. I can feel it coming out of the computer. Can you?
Nah. It's like Michael Scott on The Office. Scotch and Splenda. Like that's his drink.
Scotch and Splenda. Oh my god. Yeah, the other night I actually took a picture because I was eating a Knorr packet. Wait for this. This is
what?
how low. Knorr.
What?
What's it called? The packets. Knorr.
Oh, yeah, Knorr, I guess.
A packet of broccoli cheddar pasta, you know, that you mix with your milk and all that kind of stuff on the stove. Yeah, that's what it's like. But it was what was it? Was it just was it chicken?
Yeah, it was chicken cheddar broccoli.
It was chicken cheddar something or other pasta. And it was like, and I had it with a glass of red wine. And I took a photo of it and sent it to my dad. And he was like, oh, God. You are just letting all your standards slip, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been the end of it.
I was feeling crazy.
What's this about a new shirt? Look, you could get Black Star Homestead shirts at our website that takes you to another website. This is Crom, the hill behind our house. And that says Black Star Homestead. And there's 2 other designs too. But we're only 2 people and can't wear 4 shirts. Sup?
We should get one for Fred. We got him a sweater the other day.
With a trash panda on it.
I don't know where it is.
Zoink. Look at this thing. Unbelievable.
Look at it. Now,
look at that smug ass raccoon on it.
Do you think that's a raccoon or do you think it's just a cat?
See you, Mark.
Bye, Mark. Thank you.
That is a raccoon.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Cats don't have. Oh wait, only male cats have eyes that look like that.
It's a genetic thing. I'm telling you.
Sure. But yeah, normally
we could never go to college for 3 years to find out.
Well, most people here have to go to college for 4 years, so that's not saying a whole lot.
That's after my degree.
So you went to college for 7 years? Are you a doctor?
No, unfortunately not.
Well, because here, if you go to college for 7 years, you're a doctor.
I went and did my degree, and then I went to college.
That's fine, but if you did that here, you'd be a doctor. You'd be Zoe Wall, MD, or Quincy.
Well, I have separate qualifications.
Hi, cat dancer. I think it's a raccoon too. But here's the thing. Fred would normally never in a million years let us put anything on him. Except that stupid bandana.
Yeah, he loves his bandana.
And if you try to touch the bandana, he'll try to kill you.
Yeah.
Or pee on you. It could go either way.
He's not happy.
I don't like sugar in it because the whiskey has a sweetness that you can actually taste once the sour kills the alcohol harshness. Oh.
Really?
I'll look into that. Because I've just been drinking it in a cup.
It's disgusting. I'm not a whiskey fan.
She also had loads of student debt if she went to college here. Yeah, she would.
Yeah, that's true. I did
and no job. You'd be unemployed.
Yeah, so time well spent.
Like, seriously, it's so sad.
Man.
Like, if you count all the people I know who have degrees, and then like look at all the people who have degrees that have jobs. Like we're talking like, or better yet, jobs in the field they got a degree for. Like, good Lord. Hey Pendra.
Hi Pendra.
It's such a
I did a biology degree and I ended up doing vet nursing, and then I had to go do a nursing qualification on top of that because I didn't know anything.
Well,
actually I did. There were certain things, there was a lot of basic stuff that I knew already.
After the college told me that I could not go into mortuary science, I would have had a philosophy degree if I kept going.
Really?
And guess what a philosophy degree gives you? Nothing.
Doesn't matter.
It means you could teach philosophy.
Broadening your mind.
It was just a bunch of assholes like arguing with you for the sake of arguing. I don't think anyone believed anything they ever said.
This is what I have to cope with, guys.
It was a nightmare. I wanted to go to film school, and my parents thought that was a stupid thing to do, and that
my dad thought it was stupid doing art as well.
Yeah.
Even though he loves art, he didn't think it was a career.
Yeah, my parents didn't think film was a career either. But somehow we're okay with me majoring in philosophy. So go figure. What kind of degrees do you guys have? And do you have a career in the degree you got a degree in? I don't know if I said that correctly. Britt, we'll start with you. JK Rowling. You tell me when you're ready. Anyway, so yeah, so the shirts, if you go to blackstarhomestead.com and you either click on shirts or merch or something like that, in the top, it'll take you. I'm a dropout, laughing my ass off. PhD in social and economic geography. That's right, dude. We were talking about one time. We were talking about making maps and stuff. So, are you a doctor, John? Like, should we call you doctor?
Who's a doctor?
I think John's a doctor. I almost finished my film degree, but couldn't pass math, so I couldn't graduate. Yeah, math's kind of a pain in the ass. My kid is in like some pretty hardcore math right now. I can't remember which class she's in at the minute. But like the whole time she's been in math, like she's been able to use calculators, and we weren't allowed to use calculators. We had to like show your work and all that other stuff. So that's why I always failed my math classes, because it was just repetition. And I'm like, this is boring. I'm not going to do it. John says, yeah, I'm a doctor of tapping that ass. Doctor of villain. No degrees, still don't know what I want to be when I grow up. Yeah, dude, growing up sucks. And then I realized the other day that growing up sucks, but you're old for like 3/4 of your life. You're only young for like the first quarter. And then you're just old. Like, because there isn't an in between. I guess people could say middle age, but you're either young or you're old. And you're old the majority of your life. So that's depressing. PhD in TTA. All right. Yeah, Zoe has a degree in biological. What's your degree called? Biological what?
Environmental biology.
Environmental biology. And
it was just like a mixture of everything. It was like pollution and but you did animal psychology and genetics and all sorts of weird stuff.
Did something just blow over? It got really windy. Huh?
Yeah. A little bit windswept.
Notary ship? Oh, like a notary.
What does that mean? I'm sorry.
Like
I don't understand what that means.
notarizing people's signatures. I think this is what you mean, Pendra. So like
explain it, Pendra. Oh, for goodness sake.
I've never heard of the quarter life crisis. Explain what that is. I believe in whole life crisis. Yeah. I also believe in Crisis on Infinite Earths and Infinite Crisis and
what are you talking? What's
DC
happened?
Comics crises. Right. Okay. Yeah. What is happening? Are we losing power? Is the world ending here? I keep thinking I hear UFOs, and it turns out.
Oh my god! Sorry about this, guys. We're losing our mind. This is our life.
The inverter's going off because we don't have enough power. I actually got gas, so I could do the generator or whatever. Okay. I have like a crisis at least 3 times a week, so probably. Yeah, what is quarter life crisis? Is that like when you hit 25, like it's like a midlife crisis, but you have it when you're 25 or 30? Yeah, that totally makes sense. It would be less annoying if it was UFOs. Okay, it's like, it's really weird, but it's only when I yawn, but not all the time. So that was a fallacy. I shouldn't have said that. My dog is now hiding in the basement. He thinks it's our smoke alarm going off. Hi, Liz. Sorry about that. Yeah. The inverter is really weird, but we got that Costway little washer. It's the environmentally, it hardly uses any water and the whole thing. But man, it sucks energy like you wouldn't believe, man. That thing, like, and because it's sunny out today, but if we, even in the summer, we would run it in the summer, we would be out of power like by 7 at night. So we just have to do that a little bit better. But anyway, so the UFO thing, I kept thinking I was hearing a UFO. It was like, like a total movie UFO, like 1950s sci-fi movie UFO. Are we trying again?
Just a spin.
Okay. And it would go like, whoa, 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 whoa. And Landers is actually called Landers because many people believed. Can you open the thing so they don't attack? Many people believe that aliens land out here all the time, which is weird. And at the post office, they have like iron cut out spaceships and little green men and stuff like that. And instead of saying like, oh, you're a Landersite or whatever, you say you're called a Lander. Wait, a Landroid is what the people of Landers are called, which is just silly. But anyway, so with all this in my head, and I'm hearing when I'm sleeping, and I'm like, oh my God, there's a fucking UFO outside, like a goddamn flying saucer. So I panicked one night, and I didn't know if I should get up. I'm like, maybe if I pretend I'm asleep, they'll leave me alone. The whole gamut, right? And then, so what I end up doing, I'm talking to Zoe. I'm like, Zoe, don't think I'm crazy or nothing, but I think I'm hearing UFOs. I think I heard one land right outside our trailer just the other night. And then I yawned, and I noticed that when I'm like that, all of a sudden I hear wah, 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 wah. So it might just be like a blood pressure thing and my head's about to explode. But it turns out that I wasn't hearing a UFO. And then a couple days later, me and Zoe are outside and we both hear it, and I wasn't yawning. So I don't know if I was having high blood pressure or something weird.
I'm slightly concerned I'm going to lose my bedding.
You might.
I know, it's really windy. It smells nice though.
Good. her bedding smells nice, is what she said. She's afraid she's going to lose it, though, because it's really, really windy. Oh, it's crazy. Like, it's finally not overcast and raining, but we're having very strong winds again. Hopefully they don't get too bad and it'll just last for a little bit. But the other, like 2 weeks ago when it was like all day, that one day, that was insane. Like, we really panicked there. Oh, but John, you came in late. So, and Britt did too. But I had like a total crisis earlier in the week and had like big old writing theories and all this other stuff. So I'll probably talk to you guys individually about that at a later date. But yeah, I had not a rough week, but it was a week. So now that the sun's out and I think we're going to have a week of good weather, we're going to try to really nail this earth bag building because we're only 7 layers up right now. And I think we need to be about 12 to 15 before we could like put a roof on it and stuff. So, like you would think, oh, that means you're halfway done. And it doesn't because we had to put some in the ground. So, you know, whatever. But anyway, so, yeah, thank you guys. So, I don't know. So I had the thought the other day too. We did actually get a little bit of snow. It's snowing in Big Bear and we got dusting. So like you come out in the morning and everything's white, but then while you're just standing out there having a cigarette, half of it melts away. So as long as you're up before 7 a.m., you'll see the snow on the ground. But I don't know if we're going to get like snow. Like, I don't know if it's going to be like, I went up to Big Bear last week to see Shay and they had like, I don't know, like 5 inches or something like that. And I was there and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe that I'm still having to come up here. Like, I was so glad that we weren't up there. And like people were bitching about ice on the roads and having to shovel their driveways and stuff. And I'm like, well, more fool you. Is it okay, babes?
I have no idea how long that's going to last.
Well, I mean, I don't think it'll go far. I think the bush will catch most of anything.
Hi,
right there.
Fred. Hi.
So anyway,
Hi.
the snow really shouldn't be that big of a deal. But I figured if we had a 15 pack of natties, that we might be able to get quite a bit done on the shed today. That was my plan.
What are you talking about?
Your butt?
Yeah, we're kind of, I don't know. We kind of go between being like super proud of ourselves and go, wow, look how tall it's getting, to being like, oh my God, look, we've been doing
yesterday
this for
I was
weeks.
like, well, what is this, week 3 or is this the beginning of week 4?
This is the beginning week. I don't know. When did we start it?
I don't remember. We'll have to go back and watch the videos. It's either week 3 or week 4. But for like, I would say like 6 days over 2 of those weeks,
we didn't do anything.
We couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
So
it all depends on the weather. When it's pouring down, I really don't know.
And this makes me feel like crap because my mom said when I told her we were going to do this, she's like, didn't you see that show about the guy? Candy showed it to me. Candy and Jimmy sent me a link and I watched it. And it was about a guy in the snow trying to build an earthbag house and he couldn't do it because he was in the snow. And I'm like, well, first off, that's a stupid reality show. And they did it that way to make drama, so you would have to tune in next to see if they were ever able to finish it. And that's not what we're doing. But here we are in December trying to build an earthbag house.
Yeah.
So,
who's the idiot?
You got me, Mom. I'm a dick. So, that's that. It's
really difficult, though, because in the summer, we couldn't have physically been at. I couldn't. It's hard to remember now.
I think you would have been okay after, like, the first 3 weeks, babe, you were a mess. But after that, you were into it. Like, it really wasn't that bad.
It was really hot.
It was.
Like, I couldn't have been outside.
Yeah, you could.
No. If we had full shade, it would still be really hot. What's Brit saying? I can't read it.
She says, gosh, though, quit being such a wuss. No, she didn't say that. She said, laughing my A off. All reality TV shows are scripted. So, laughing my A off again. You're fine. Yeah. No, I know. That was like the whole...
I know that, but Candy's always telling us about it, isn't it? And be like, oh, no, you're not doing that here. That's like, we've seen that, and that's bad.
She's like, you're doing a dirtbag house, right? Like, you're a dirtbagger? Like, you're one of those dirtbaggers that do a dirtbag house? I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, an earthbag? No, the dirtbag house is with the dirtbags. Make the dirtbag house. And I'm like, oh, my God. So that's a conversation with my sister. Actually, I'm quite surprised that she hasn't tried to FaceTime me since we've been here. Because she's going to my mom's to wrap presents. Yeah. Wow. Nope.
That's another thing.
Not yet.
Christmas, we are not prepared in the slightest, but we did get decorations up.
Christmas smashmas. That's what I say.
What's up, Nina?
Yeah. So
we're a bit all over the place today, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're a bit of a mess, guys.
Yeah. We didn't sleep well.
We didn't sleep well. We're having an existential crisis.
Are we, though?
I don't know. I'm panicking the whole time about time. Because I go between being proud of what we're doing and being like, wow.
Which you should be.
I know, I am. I am all the time. And looking at it thinking...
I'm just kidding.
Looking at it and thinking, God, this is amazing. We're going to be so proud of ourselves. And being frustrated, thinking, I just want a living room to be able to sit with our feet up and read.
Yeah, I want my books out of storage.
I want our books, and I just want a cozy couch. Because this couch,
they're not cozy.
It's really uncomfortable.
For more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes. Like,
it sounds like we're moaning, and we're allowed to moan a little bit, aren't we? I think so. But these cushions, it's like a breakfast nook, but it goes round.
For her, yeah.
It goes like in a round bit, so I'm kind of like crunched in.
She can move it, and I told her, I'm like, just move that out of the way and bring one of the other cushions over, and you'll be fine. She's like, no, where am I going to put this then? I'm like, put it anywhere you want. No, that's just ridiculous. I've been learning lots about the effect anxiety and panic has on our perception of time.
Yes.
Oh, well, preach on, brother. I would like to hear about this. You're allowed to complain. It's frustrating.
It is frustrating.
I think we gut this whole thing and just put a lazy boy in here. For me.
That's the trouble, because if we... like any moderations that we need to do to anything to make life more comfortable while we're in here means not doing stuff on the stuff out there, which is the ultimate goal.
Well, we actually have to. I think what we're going to do on the Patreon, I think we're going to do a poll on what other project we do as we're doing the shed, because we still need to do the generator thing. Like, we have to do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I mean, it'll take like a day out of our build, but like there's stuff that we need to do. And the other thing, when you live in a trailer like this, I know I talked about it before. I actually really do love this trailer. Like, it's very like homely. Like, it doesn't feel, because like my parents or my grandparents had a trailer when we were growing up, and we would go on vacation on it all the time. And that felt like a trailer. You know, it felt like you were going camping in a trailer. This doesn't feel like that, at least to me.
No, it doesn't. It feels cozy.
The thing I will say is that if you are a guy like me and have a problem putting together IKEA furniture or furniture you get from like Target or something, i.e. meaning you accidentally break it all the time while you're trying to put it together, you have to really think about if living in a trailer is for you, because everything is like
flimsy.
Like a really flimsy particle board, And there's a lot of things in this trailer that I have broken.
Yeah.
Even something you've broken.
Uh-huh.
And
I've broken stuff too.
Like, I don't even know how to fix it. Like, I mean, I'm sure we could just putty something.
We could easily fix it, but it's like they're not like there's nothing substantial to screw something back into to fix it.
Exactly. It's like super thin stuff. Basically, when you focus on doing the things your soul truly wants and you reduce the head noise trying to make you feel bad about it or second guess yourself, time majorly slows down and you end up getting lots done and wondering what to do with your spare time.
Wow.
Wow.
Duct tape.
That was deep as shit, John.
Yeah, it was, John.
Wow.
We need to seriously.
Maybe that's why he's a doctor at TTA.
What's TTA?
Tapping that ass. That's what you missed when you went outside.
Oh, that's what. I got it. Wow, John.
Duct tape.
I know. That's what we need. Seriously.
What we need. We have duct tape coming out of our ears over here. But like this thing right here, I can't duct tape.
No, this is broken. This is like the seat keeps falling off. The cushion keeps ripping. It's just
because
getting in
there's
and
like
out.
metal.
Yeah, and it's not designed to be people being in it with everyday use.
Yeah, I don't think this is an everyday use.
No, it's a holiday thing where you go and for a weekend and you have like a nice time for the weekend. We're like,
nobody cares.
What?
I don't care.
What are you on about?
Don't care. Trailer don't care. I don't care. So basically, when you focus on doing things your soul truly wants and you reduce the head noise trying to make you feel bad about it.
My head noise.
Or second guess yourself. Time majorly slows.
That's the whole thing that you've been talking about, your books and your writing and stuff.
Yeah, me and John are going to have a big talk here pretty soon, I think.
Yeah, because he's basically stressing out, John, about doing all this kind of writing and focusing on certain things that are important to him and all this kind of stuff and getting sidetracked. And it's really difficult. Like, one, we're in the middle of building a house in a trailer in the desert. Like, there's not a lot of space. Like, ultimately, before too long, you'll have an office which is silent because it's an earth bag, like, foot.
It's going to be like one of those water tanks you sleep in.
Like a deprivation.
Yeah.
What do you call it?
A deprivera tank.
Like the deprivation.
Deprivation
what do you call
tank.
it? Where it's just all your senses are cut off.
Sensory deprivation tank.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he already said it. Same, Matt. That's a big mood. Yeah, and I already know that other stuff is like a birth control, so I don't need no one telling me that.
What?
Depo-Provera tank.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's like the ultimate goal is to have all the time and space. What are you doing? All the time
Obviously
and space.
Panicking about stuff
that you need to be able to create what you want. The same with me. Like, I have to have an office with all my stuff in that I can just like sit and do whatever I want in there. With no, all the space we need, but we haven't got that yet. And that's where the time comes in, because I'm kind of like, it's really hard to keep focusing on, we need to do this every day, especially when somebody's shoulder is, look, he's doing it now.
What? I was just showing off Crom to everybody.
Oh, like
what?
Like,
what you talking about?
Like, as soon as he gets out there, it's like a slow downhill thing, isn't it?
It's like my shoulder hurts, but it doesn't like hurt, but I could tell it's not right. And we'll be doing stuff, and I'll be digging or lifting the bags or whatever. She's doing all the work. I'm just doing those things.
Oh, you're doing all the digging and stuff. I can't do that.
And then all of a sudden, like, I'll do one little thing, and it just sends like a ridiculous like pain, like through my shoulder and down my arm. And then everything kind of hurts for a little bit, and I can't lift my arm like higher than this. And then we'll stop or whatever. And then like an hour later, like I can't even lift my arm like this. Like you can't even see it. Like I can't. It's just like
It's really
the
painful.
whole arm just like doesn't want to fucking do anything. And then I have to
Sounds like
take a ton of
nerves.
pills and take that creamy shit and put that on me. And then hopefully if I don't sleep on it in a stupid way, the next day I'm okay. Last night I kept waking up because I was sleeping on it stupid. And
I told you guys, I go in sometimes and he's like with his sleeping like that. And I'm like, well,
because that's how I had to sleep with my mohawk. And I know that it's been years, so why the hell can't I sleep like a normal human being? Actually, I've been told that it's arthritis from
No, he's going on from
a doctor
in the
that
other shoulder. You haven't actually seen this shoulder.
No, this one I haven't had checked out. This one I had checked out when I got my back all messed up. And they just said it was arthritis, probably from something that happened a long time ago. But I think that was because they didn't want to pay for it. So they tried to like go, oh, well, it's probably from something from a long time ago. But this one doesn't really hurt. Like it sometimes feels the same as this, but hardly ever now. But last year, this shoulder felt like it was getting ripped out, like last winter. And that's why I'm like, oh, well, it might be arthritis because of the cold and all that stuff. But I don't know. I just don't know. So yeah, Monday I'm going to go make a doctor's appointment, get my new primary care physician. Then I'm going to have to go see the primary care physician. And then the primary care physician is going to hear me talk for a little bit. And then they're going to say, oh, I'm going to have to give you referrals. And then I'm going to have to wait another month or two for freaking referrals. And then I'll get the referrals. And then the doctors will be too far away. And then I'll have to call the insurance company and say, is there a place closer that I could go to? Because I was really far away. And then probably 6 months from now, when nothing hurts anymore, someone will finally see me. And then I'll go in there and I go, doctor, I feel fine. This is a stupid thing to even do. And then the whole thing will start over again. That's how stuff works.
That's more or less how life is at the minute.
Yeah, but that's how it was with you too.
Yeah.
Like when you finally got to see the doctor, like there wasn't a problem anymore.
Yeah.
It's just it. I'm telling you, you'd be surprised how much it could be linked to emotion.
Seriously, that's what I keep telling him.
But like the grinding and like me being able to hear my bones move against each other, that's like kind of. And I'm a fat ass, so maybe if I put down a cheeseburger every once in a while. Actually, I'm not really eating anything.
No,
maybe that's the problem. I'm not eating regularly to keep my metabolism up.
I don't know.
I
honestly don't. But it's just, it seems like, I don't know, it's like I get panicky because I'm thinking, oh my God, we have like all these buildings to build and we're literally out there a couple of hours and we're both like, I'm like achy like you would be if you're
like you get like, oh, dude, my back hurts a little bit. Yeah.
I'm unfit and it's like I'm not used to like manual work all day. But the next day I'm fine again, so just start again. But yours is like it gets worse and worse and worse as you go.
I thought it was gonna get. I thought like it was just a me being out of shape thing, and the longer we did it,
it would get better.
Like I would start feeling better and like want to do it more, and that's not what's going on. But on a completely separate note, there is another little stress that I have to talk to you guys about.
Oh God.
That is. Like, we haven't even really talked a whole lot about it, but I was thinking about it last night when I couldn't sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But before we moved out here, our bills were probably like 3 times as much as they are now. And I was always stressed out about them.
Mm-hmm.
Then we moved down here and we were like, wow, like life doesn't cost as much down here, but it still costs kind of a lot, but not as much as it did.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, oh, wow, that's great. But now I'm like looking at like our bills, even though they're not nearly what they were, I think, when we were up in Big Bear or in North Hollywood for that matter. And I'm still stressing about them, even though they're way less.
Because it's
you still stress over bills.
Because it's a relativity thing.
It sucks, man.
You just like, you're going to, if you don't have the money for it, Like, you're always going to worry about money.
I think it
doesn't matter how much or how little you have.
I think it's, I was at a celebration of life for my boyfriend's friend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, the hamster ball sucks. Oh. Yikes.
Yeah, it does. Oh, man.
That's okay. Don't sweat. Don't sweat small stuff. Small stuff. But as I say that, I'm going right back into this. I think it's the fact that I know, like, when I go to the P.O. box, I'm going to open the P.O. box, and there's going to be a bill in there.
Mm-hmm.
And I get mad. And I get, like, I don't know if I felt like we were going to come out here and no one would be able to find us or something like that. I know that sounds stupid. But then it's like, then I'm like, oh, I'm giving all these people a way to contact me. This whole thing's stupid. What the fuck am I thinking? And then I get bills from them.
I don't know what to say.
There's nothing to say. It's just like a lot of it, like I thought a lot of it was stress of bills and the money we had to pay to the bills. But now I think it's the stress of them knowing where I live.
I think you really need to go to the doctor and have seriously, your mental health is struggling down here big time. Like both of ours is, but mine has been a lot longer, and it's more manageable, I think. I dealt with a lot of stuff a long time ago, and I go up and down with stuff, don't I? But it's more like just a temporary thing, and then I can pull myself out of it. Whereas you, at the minute, are like,
well, okay. We're talking about like medication and depression and all that other stuff.
Yeah, you're seriously.
I feel like I've never been properly diagnosed with whatever the heck it is that I have. I am like probably, that sounded heavy.
It's the metal bowl outside of the washing room.
I feel like I'm very much, I have roller coaster emotions. I thrive on mania, and then when the mania drops,
is it going?
Wow, the way you put that out there, it looks like a mushroom in Mario or something like that.
We haven't got a big enough washing line, so I have to put it over the top of the whole line. So it's kind of like
that might be going
like a wind trap. I'm out.
I'm out. So I'm sure Zoe will come back and talk about this. Oh man, I don't even know. See, I don't know how to respond when people even talk about that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I don't even know how to respond to that. See, I freak out at things that just in the grand scheme of things really shouldn't matter, but it'll cause me to go into a full mental break. So I get you. And I think a lot of it too is like, if I'm talking to Zoe, because like me and Zoe, we talk all the time, but we're on different schedules. Like I get up really early because I can't really sleep very well. So I get up early and she's asleep for like another like 4 hours before she wakes up, obviously, and talks to me. So in that 4-hour period, like I'm just alone with my thoughts, and I don't know if that's the best place to be.
Still attached.
Good. Is that one dry?
Huh?
Is the other one dry?
It's almost dry. But my blanket's not at all.
Okay, well, we'll go do that. So basically, I stopped taking my medication because I was having a problem with my doctor who was on the other side of the mountain, because she didn't want to continue my medication if I wasn't going to be coming in and seeing her all the time. And I'm thinking at the same time, I'm like, well, if you cut off my medication, doesn't that turn me into a lunatic? Like, isn't that like something that's
really
not
bad?
healthy?
You should never stop
exactly
the medication.
But that was what her genius PhD told her to do. So, I don't know. So I stopped taking my meds, but I didn't really like my meds anyway that I was on. Like, I feel like
he's constantly questioning
I've been on so many different kinds. And like sometimes I'm on stuff and I don't have a difference in how I act. Like as far as like what I do. Choo choo Rooter Bean. Hey guys. But I feel like there is medication out there that's good, but to find a good medication, you have to be on it and then be on it for a while and be seen regularly to find out if it's working good. So that is like the nightmare of all nightmares. And I think what you had that was good is that you had not only a good like counselor or whatever, but they put you on something that worked the first time. Because I've been on the thing that you were on before, and when I was on
I think I was on something else first, and this swapped me because this one was like I can't remember what it was, but it was basically like I can't remember what they said, but it like helped with two different aspects. The one that I'm on, and I was on a mood stabilizer as well for a while, but I stopped taking that. I didn't need it anymore. It was like a temporary thing. But this has been like I've been on it like 10 years.
Yeah.
But it's not a good.
But like when I was on what you were on, I was like I was a melted piece of, and I had like I was watching The View because I couldn't find the remote. I just didn't care. I'm like, I'll watch this shit.
Really?
Yeah. I was a mess.
I do feel
that was like probably the worst thing I was ever on. I was just like that commercial where the kid's smoking pot and then like deflates and just melts into the couch. That was me.
Really?
On Effexor. Yeah. I had no drive to do anything. And not having drive for me, you might as well kill me. Not judging, but should you be drinking with meds?
Exactly. He's not on any meds.
Not on any meds. So
probably not, because alcohol does make.
She might have been talking to you.
Oh, she might have been. I do drink wine with mine. I've been on mine like 10 years though, and I know if I drink a lot of wine, I feel crappy the next day. Not like a hangover, like my mood's low, but I kind of know and I can manage it. Like I can prepare, because sometimes I just like a glass of wine. And I sort of can weigh that up and think,
I mean,
I'm going to do that.
I haven't been on anything since August, September. Yeah. So it's been a little bit.
But that's a very good point, though, because I do know that it makes a big difference. It really does. But I think if I gave up wine, that would be it. Might as well just give up altogether.
Yeah, Jim's an easy guy to love. I will agree with you there.
I'd forget it, but I love the Jim Beam. Yeah.
But anyhow, so basically I've just decided that I need to see somebody for my physical problem. And if I'm going to be at a doctor's office anyway, I might as well try to see if somebody could put me on something that's good. Because I've been on enough. I've been on enough things that weren't good that I'm pretty sure they could narrow the field down. That eventually, soon, I should be able to hit something good. That just like
I think Britt's right as well, though. It's
because the dosage, because I would go back and they're like, "How are you feeling? Have you been sad?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Okay, well, we'll double your dosage." And I'm like, "All right, whatever." And then I go back and he's like, "Hey, have you been sad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit." And he's like, "Oh yeah, well, we'll up the dosage a little bit."
Like,
and I'm like, "Don't just start willy-nilly." Like,
you need to have somebody who knows what's going on, not just somebody who's just sitting there. Hi, Bill. I had a boss one.
Whoa!
What?
Hey, Bill. that's hardcore. I had a boss once, the president of the company, who was on strong depression meds, drank a lot, hung himself one night in the shower. Yeah, like Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. That's rough stuff.
Now to the channel.
New to the channel. Where are you guys
I haven't
from?
got my glasses on.
We're in the Southern California high desert. So we're about 3,000 feet up, and it's a beautiful day.
It is,
but
beautiful.
It is very windy.
It's the wind. The wind is the main issue out here in the desert
at the minute. Yeah, it's pretty much the issue. Yeah,
it's very it just comes up out of nowhere, and we have to tie everything down, and it is an issue, definitely.
In case you're just coming into this right now, we're on the 7th course of the Earth Bag Shed, and we had about a week where the weather was kind of rough and we couldn't get a lot done. So now things are looking a bit up.
Yeah, we're just talking to everybody because it really helps us.
Yeah.
Every week we hang out on a Sunday and we just chat and we hang out about stuff, and it just helps because when it's just us two, we talk about stuff all the time. I think we'd go nuts, wouldn't we, if we couldn't communicate with each other and stuff. But we do, and we laugh about stuff and things, but some days it just it's not.
Well, I was saying how sometimes I'm up for 4 hours before you get up because I can't sleep or whatever. And so I'm just thinking about stuff. So by the time you get up, I'm already in a mood.
Yeah, he's already worked up and worried about something.
I'm in Tennessee, just bought 6 acres for my little homestead. That's awesome. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We're
that's
on
so
5. And I think if we wanted to, we could actually expand. But we're having a hard time just doing what we're doing now.
Yeah, there's nobody around us. We probably could get.
Thank you, Bill. Pregnancy hormones were the best medication I ever had, but that's kind of impractical long term, says you.
Just be permanently pregnant.
Yeah, you could do it. That first trimester is a bitch, though. Crickets.
Well, I think hormones in the other area are my issue right now. I think that might be kicking in.
Hey, what's the difference between hormones and enzymes? No, we're not doing that?
No.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I think we're actually going to try to dry your bedspread.
Yeah, I need to dry my blanket. I don't know how I'm going to do it without it blowing up. Yeah, but where am I going to put it without it blowing away?
Wherever you want. So we're going to do that, and then I think we're going to try to get some more of this 7th row done so we can...
well, it gets dark at 4.
Well, the sun just went behind a cloud, so hopefully it comes back out.
No, it's fine. It's really nice out there.
You still have a fly coming out of your teacup.
I know, I'm going to wash it out.
So gross.
God. But we're going to... try and get as much as we can done while the sun's out and while it's about, because it does get dark and then we have no electricity because we're just having a nightmare with it.
Good luck with the dirt bagging, guys. Hope you feel better.
Thank you.
Dirt bag is dirt bagging.
We're dirt bagging.
So yeah.
Thank you, Jess.
And if you are one of our Patreon supporters, the map mix will be out tomorrow. I'll rewind and watch this all tomorrow. Lonely Monday with my wife going to work.
Oh, well, you can hang out with us, Bill.
Yeah, hopefully we don't depress you.
It is quite depressing. I'll warn you now.
Yeah,
it's been a tough week.
We've been kind of sad.
We have.
Not really.
No, we have. Is it your sister?
No, it's my mom on her cell phone for some reason.
Oh, that's bad.
That's
bad. Yeah, so we're kind of I don't know. It's been a rough week. We've been up and down. We kind of...
I feel really good now. It's the Christmas feeling. It is. There's so much stress
Christmas
with
really
the holidays.
does. And for me as well, being away from my family and stuff, I find it hard. Christmas always sucks. And I love Christmas. I love the little twinkly lights.
Christmas always sucks with her husband.
No, you know what I mean?
No, I know. I'm just joking.
It's weird. I love Christmas. I love all the Christmas reading and the Christmas TV and all that kind of warm, fuzzy feeling. But I cry all the time. Yeah. I do cry. It's just an emotional, really weird time. And it's it sucks.
Well, it's a wonderful life.
See, that's ruined for me. I'm going to have to watch it with earbuds.
What are you talking about, Clarence? It's gotta be wonderful. It's a wonderful life. It's great.
Can't wait to get past it.
Everything's fine.
I love the hangouts. It helps me relax too. Thanks, Cat Dance. That's awesome. I hope so. I'm sorry if we depress everybody, but it's just like we need to like be real.
See, the
about
thing is,
stuff.
I feel better now. Like earlier in the week, I was a mess, but yesterday I started to feel better. Today, I feel really good. But you are going down because
I try and keep him all buoyed up and okay, and then I run out of.
Because it's a good one, Bill. Another kind of big deal on the prepper channels. No, sends and subject way. Thanks for letting me drop it. Oh no, don't worry at all. Thank you for coming by. Appreciate it.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll check you out and see what's going.
Sure.
That's really cool. Thank you for hanging out with us.
I'm really glad you talked about it because it makes me feel less like I'm the only one going through it. Yeah, because like Britt, you and me haven't even talked really. Like Voxer has been like a damn ghost town lately. So I need to talk to you and John about all this stuff anyway. So I should probably get on that. So
we'll go out and get building again.
Yeah.
Have we got any videos coming out?
We got all that stuff that you've been recording.
Christmas is ruined.
Sometimes a life preserver needs reinflating.
It really does. And we can't thank you everybody enough. Seriously for all your support and just hanging out and giving us crap about stuff and having a laugh about things. Seriously, it makes all the difference.
Yep.
And knowing, I thought you were doing them again there.
What do you think I'm gonna do?
I love that movie so much it's ruined.
Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Bill. We will be in touch. We will have videos up this week.
Yeah. We got last week's video put together. Or I have to put that together.
We have a trip to a very rainy, weird, cloudy trip to Walmart that you can all see the amazing
oh my gosh
landscape.
Yeah. So that'll be a fun one.
Not really.
Zoe gets scared at Walmart. You guys will love it.
It's terrifying.
Huge hugs, guys. Thanks for the hangout. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Liz.
All right, guys. We will see you later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Everyone, thumbs up.